Hello, and thank you for joining us for the last episode of City Council Roundup for 2020. I'm your host, Josh Lee.
And I'm your co-host, Kathleen Pade. And as you can see from our layout, we're back to operating somewhat remotely as a precaution following the rise in cases and positivity rates for COVID-19. Hashtag stay safe, Pearland.
So, in this episode of City Council Roundup, we're going to cover two topics from the City Council and joint special meetings conducted online on Monday, December the 14th. Topics are technology contracts for the city's new Orange Street Service Center and updates to the Parks, Recreation, Open Spaces, and Trails Master Plan. First, the contracts awarded for the Orange Street Service Center. Our colleagues in the Pearland Public Works Department take care of the city's roads, drainage systems, facilities, and parks across nearly 50 square miles of the city. From the existing location on Old Alvin and Orange Street, the Orange Street Service Center functions as the hub for the Public Works Department, housing public works, fire, and parks service since the 1960s. Many of the amenities and functions of this site have not been updated in more than 30 years and are no longer able to meet the current or future needs of the city. Earlier this year, work began on phase 1 of the project, which includes a new field operations parking lot, new fuel island, and an 18,000 square foot facility to support city staff professionals from not only public works and their diverse critical public services, but also staff from engineering and capital projects to centralize the locale of those staff. During Monday night's meeting, Council approved 4 separate competitive contracts for the Orange Street Service Center, including purchase and installation of control and site security, network cabling, audiovisual equipment, and back-end network infrastructure and wireless access for just under $814,000. The Orange Street Service Center is expected to be in operation by June 2021. I feel very orange. This is weird.
Second, a new Parks, Recreation, Open Spaces, and Trails Master Plan. The discussion occurred during a special meeting on Monday with City Council and the Planning and Zoning Commission. During the meeting, staff presented to Council an update to the Parks Master Plan, developed with support from a contract with Hav and Associates. The presentation included strategies, recommendations, and an assessment of existing conditions of the functions for which the Parks and Rec Department is responsible. Strategic perspectives to guide the master planning process include an equitable distribution of parks, recreation programs for everyone of all ages and all abilities, safe pedestrian access, developing in harmony with the environment, and accountable implementation. The plan is essentially a 5-year plan, but also anticipates the next 10 to 20 years ahead, which will enable the community to keep pace with its growth and to continue to provide quality parks and rec facilities, programs, and community events. Council had an excellent discussion and provided recommendations for the final draft scheduled to be presented to Council for adoption at the regular City Council meeting on January 2021. Parks, open spaces, trails, and recreational programming provide multiple benefits for a community and its residents. By providing access to activities and green space, the Parks Department can enhance the quality of life for our residents so they can relax, play, and enjoy being together on a nice day.
And that's all we wanted to cover today. I'm going to go look for some street names that don't start with orange so I can change this. Thank you for joining us.
As always, we hope that this series makes the information easy to understand and useful for those interested in your Pearland city government.
You can find links to more detailed information by visiting pearlandtx.gov or click on the links below and leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions.
Click here to watch the last City Council Roundup.
And here to subscribe to the channel.